I know right now when y'all look at the price, y'all gonna be like, Chi-Chi. And I'm gonna be like, listen, it's good. Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. I wanted to go ahead and do my Sephora VIB Sale Recommendations plus my wish list as well. I'm super excited, you guys, because I mean, it's my favorite time of the year. You get to save a little bit of money. I am Rouge, I believe, so I get 20% off, but there's also 15% off. And for Insider, I believe it's 15% off. And I think I'm messing it up, but if it's wrong, I'll put it all down below in the description box. That way you guys are aware of which tier gets what percentage, things like that. But I do have the products I do want to, recommend to you guys and things like that. These are items I have been loving, and I have done these videos so many times, you guys, so I will link them throughout the whole entire video. That way, if you want to see any additional products that I do love, make sure you go ahead and check out those links. But these right here are what I currently use at the moment, and I'm loving at the moment as well. So with that being said, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and let's jump right to the video. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with primer. I feel like primers are not talked about nowadays because a lot of people either don't use their primer or there's not a lot of good primers out there. But I recently picked up the Mega Forever Shine Control Step 1 Primer, and this is really good for oily skin, you guys. I do pair with my Milani sunscreen primer. I put the sunscreen one all over my face, and then this one I put in my T-zone, and it keeps me pretty matte. Like, I haven't blotted, and it's been about a couple hours, and my face still looks really good. So this has been doing the job. It doesn't ball up on the skin. It doesn't make your foundation act weird on top of it. It's just a really great mattifying primer, and I don't know why it took me so long to try it out, but I love this so much. So go ahead and pick it up. And I do have the mini version, as you guys can see, but I will get the bigger version eventually. But for now, this should last me a good amount of time. But moving on to foundations, y'all. This is where I have a lot of items to talk about. So the first one is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation in the shade Marquises. This is a great oil control primer. I love it because it doesn't dry too fast in the skin. It still looks very skin-like, you guys, but at the same time, the color match on this is perfect. It wears beautifully throughout the day. It doesn't crease on the skin. I told you guys before with this foundation, when I go ahead and put my mask on top of it, it never leaves any creases or lines. It is so crazy to me, and it's just a great primer. Like, if you want something to last all day, I keep saying primer, this foundation is for you, okay? Go ahead and pick it up. Now, you guys know I love my Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I have this one in the shade 5N, and I do have it on my face today. You guys can tell the match is on point. But besides that, of course, the way this looks on the skin, you guys, is so beautiful. It literally looks skin-like. It melts like butter into your skin. My best friend got married a couple weeks ago, and she never wears foundation, and she didn't actually want to wear foundation for her wedding. And I was doing her makeup. I said, listen, we're gonna put foundation on whether you like it or not, because I want to make sure that her pictures came out flawless. But I told her I recommended this one, which she went ahead and picked up from Sephora, and she fell in love. She couldn't stop looking at her skin, how it didn't feel heavy on her face. It didn't feel like she was wearing foundation. It's just such a beautiful foundation, and if you haven't tried it out, I don't know what you're doing, because I talk about this all the time on my channel. You guys know how I am about this foundation right here. Now, the next one I do have is the Sephora Best Skin Ever Foundation. I have this one in the shade 55N, and the N is for neutral. This is a really great foundation. The name says it all. I didn't expect much from this because it was $20. I was like, let me go ahead and try it out and see, if it's good for the face. And I fell in love. It literally looks like skin, but it still gives you the coverage that you need, and it doesn't feel cakey. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it lasts a long time. So I'll probably go ahead and get another one of this, because when it ran out, I just never repurchased it, just because I'm so stuck on the Dior one. But if you're looking for a great affordable foundation from Sephora, this one would be your best friend. Now, I have the Rare Beauty 460W foundation, and this one I love because of the doe foot applicator. It is so big and it just does what it needs to do, okay? But this foundation is really crazy to me because it is super lightweight, but at the same time, it gives you the coverage that you need as well. And I also use this on my neck because my neck is a little bit darker than my face. It's actually gotten a lot better, but this one just matches perfectly and is super lightweight where it doesn't feel like I'm having like a lot of foundation on my neck, if you guys know what I mean. A little bit goes a long way and it just makes everything blend together and it gives you so much coverage. It is crazy, but it's not a full like heavy foundation for the face, if you know what I mean. So that's that one. And the last foundation I do want to talk about is the Merit Beauty foundation. I have it in the shade Tiger Eye. This one is a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I do want to get the one that's right below it. I can't remember the name, but the reason why I love this foundation is for spot concealing because I don't wear foundation all the time, y'all. Just keeping it real, I probably wear makeup twice a week, if that. So with this, I love it because it gives you the coverage that you need, but it doesn't feel heavy on the face. So all I do is I take this, apply underneath my eyes, a little bit around my mouth, and probably where I have like dark marks, and then I'm good to go, and it just lasts all day on the skin. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and get the lighter version of this one. I believe it's like chestnut or something like that. But this one would just be such a great product in your collection if you don't want that heavy foundation feeling on the skin. So of course, the next one I do have for concealer is the only concealer I have been talking about for like, what, 2 years now? It is really bad, y'all, but it is a McGrath Labs concealer in the shade MD22. This concealer is my absolute favorite, you guys. It has a gel-like consistency. When you go ahead and apply it underneath the eyes, a little bit goes a long way. It doesn't feel heavy. It never gets cakey. It's just a beautiful concealer and I'm obsessed with it, okay? I have it on today. I have it on every single time I wear my makeup. I'm sure you guys are probably tired of hearing about this, but if you watch my videos, you know how much I rave about this. But it's the perfect concealer. Like everything about it, I'm obsessed with. If you don't have it, what are you doing? Because you need this in your life for sure. But moving on to setting powders, I do have the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Kunafa. This is another one I feel like y'all are probably tired of hearing, but it's just the best yellow powder out there. I feel like a lot of powders, when it comes to like the yellow undertone, a lot of them are ashy on the skin, okay, just keeping it honest. But with Huda, she killed this. It is the perfect yellow shade. It never looks cakey underneath the eyes, especially because my under eyes are super, I always like to say bougie, but my under eyes likes what it likes, okay? And this is the only powder besides the next one I have that works for my under eyes, and it's a perfect shade of yellow. So this one I talk about all the time. I'm sure y'all are tired of it at this point. But the next one I do want to mention is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. And this one I love for my skin tone, for my lighter girls and boys, things like that. Honestly, any skin tone out there, this powder will work for you because it is translucent, but it does have a little bit of sparkle in there to make your under eyes shine a little bit. And I love that effect that it does, but it is super lightweight. It never feels heavy on the under eyes. It just lasts a long time and it really sets the face. And it's not too drying and mattifying, okay? Because sometimes with the Huda one, I will say it is super mattifying, but that's because I'm oily. If you do have dry skin and you want to hydrate in under eye powder, this one is just something that you need to go ahead and pick up. Now to set the face, I have two powders for you guys. I have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder in the shade Y505. This is another powder that I rave about all the time on my channel. I think it's the best setting powder out there for the face. It gives you the coverage that you need, you guys. It gives you so much coverage, especially if you have oily skin. This, I'm telling you, once you go ahead and set your face, you are good for the rest of the day, all right? And it never looks cakey on the face. I can keep applying this over and over and it just still looks like skin. It is the perfect powder. I'm obsessed with it. It's the only one I use on my face. I literally cannot live without this powder, y'all, because it does what I need it to do, all right? But moving on to another setting powder, I do have the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder. And y'all can see I am completely done with it, okay? I need another one, and I was actually building my cart the other day on Sephora, and it's out of stock online, and I'm just like, y'all, like, I need this powder in my life. But this is so, so good. I love it for setting my eyelids, actually, because when I go ahead and apply my eye primer, I love translucent powder, and because this is waterproof, it makes sure that your eyeshadow doesn't crease, things like that. It is just the perfect powder. And then sometimes I love it for touch-ups as well on the face, because it's a translucent powder and it's not putting extra color on the face. This one I need as well, but these two, y'all, together. So now moving on to my favorite category, I do have bronzers for you guys, okay? My favorite bronzer of all time is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder in the shade Tan number 3. It is so big, and I know it's super pricey, so this is the perfect time to pick up this bronzer. But I'm finally hidden pan in here, you guys, and I've had this for, I want to say, a year. Can't be. I feel like it's been a while, but not a whole year, maybe like 9 months. But it does last a long time, because I know right now when y'all look at the price, y'all gonna be like, Chi-Chi. I'm gonna be like, listen, it's good, okay? Just trust me. The reason why I love this is because it gives me a natural bronze on the face. Y'all can see right now, my skin doesn't look red. It doesn't look, muddy. It looks like the perfect shade for my skin tone. And I just think it's a perfect bronzer. Honestly, just go ahead and get this one. But for my nose, to contour my nose, I use a Huda Toasted bronzer from Benefit. This has a little bit of a reddish tone to it, and it has a little bit of a contour tone as well. So this one I use for my nose just because it really snatches everything. And I'm telling y'all, with this bronzer, a little bit goes a long way, so be careful with this one. But the last bronzer I do have for you guys is a cream bronzer, and it's called Bronzino from Tower 28. How I use this actually is I go ahead and apply my, cream contour, then I go ahead and apply my powder bronzer, then I take a little bit of this and tap it on my bronzer, because I use a cream highlighter 9 times out of 10. So when you use a cream bronzer on top as well, it just makes this whole section look so glowy when you turn your head. I didn't use it today, but I'm telling you right now, it's the perfect transition, I guess you can say, when it comes to your cream highlighter and your bronzer. If you want everything to blend together, this is something I recommend. So let's see, the next category I do have are blush. I'm obsessed with blush, y'all. I feel like without blush, my makeup look is just not complete, okay? So I have two that I've always talked about, but I have the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Cream Blushes. I actually do have more than this, but I just need to show you guys what they look like in case you haven't seen them. In front of me, I have Fuego Flush and also Rose Latte. Rose Latte is that perfect brownie pinky shade. I don't want to swatch it because I'm super messy, you guys, but this is the perfect brownie pinky shade for the face. And then I do have Fuego Flush, which more so honestly doesn't give you like an orange tone on the face. It's more so of a clear highlighter to me on the face. I love this as a highlighter, but nonetheless it is super pretty. But these, y'all, just melt into the skin like butter. It doesn't matter if you have a full face of powder or foundation. It doesn't matter what you have on your face. If you go ahead and apply this on top, it doesn't remove your makeup. It just melts right in. I'm obsessed with these, and this is what started the whole cream blush phase. After Fenty came out with their cream blush, I feel like everybody else came out with cream blush, honestly. So Fenty is always a trendsetter with that one. And then I do have the Rare Beauty. I always forget what their blush is called, like the category of it, or like the name of it. But I have two shades. I have Grateful and Love. These two are super beautiful, you guys. Love is more of like that terracotta shade. I love this for an everyday makeup look. It is so pretty. Hope you guys are seeing that. And then Grateful is more of like that springy, peachy, pinky color. It's so pretty, you guys. And I love the doe foot applicator of these. It makes it so fun to apply it every single time. I just go ahead and dot it on my face and then blend it out with my sponge or my brush, and then I'm really much good to go at that point. But I really do love these blushes. So for a highlighter, if you guys don't know, I love cream highlighters. I feel like they're the best thing that's ever ever came out because they look so natural on the face. They look just so like you're glowing from within, if you know what I mean. So my favorite one, honestly, that I've been using often is a Danessa Myricks Beauty Hot Water Dew Wet Highlighter. This is my favorite highlighter, you guys, ever. I'm obsessed with it, and this is what I have on my face. It just makes your face look so glowy. Like, y'all can just see that right there. It is beautiful. It makes your skin look just, what am I trying to say? Delicious? Why would I say delicious, Lord? Y'all, I'm a hot mess. But it makes your skin just look so like, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. It makes your skin look, But I am obsessed with this. This is something you need in your cart. I may go ahead and pick up another shade. Even though it is a translucent highlighter, I feel like with this, it melts right into my skin because it is a brown tone. But I do wanna pick up another shade. I think they have a gold one. So that's something I definitely want to see on my face soon. But I'm telling you right now, the best cream highlighter I've tried in a long time. So let's see. So I have two palettes to talk about. I have the Natasha Denona palettes. I talk about these all the time because they're about $120 something, and this is a perfect time to save your money, okay? Because with this, you do get 20% off or 15 or 10 depending on what you are. But I have her Sunset palette. This is your everyday brownie, golden, orangey, beautiful palette. These are super pigmented, you guys. A little bit goes a long way, and they do last all day on me. And I actually have this next palette on my eyes today, and it's the Natasha Denona All Neutral Biba palette. This one I felt like I needed just because it has a black in there. It has a lot of brown transition shades in here. A little bit of shimmers, things like that. And in case you are trying to see them side by side, if you are like a little bit confused on which one to get, this one has more of a rich pigmented brownie orangey tones in here. It's super, super rich. This is more muted, but you have a lot of more neutral tones. I mean, it's in the name, you guys. That's why they call it a neutral palette. But I need both, okay? Because I can't get enough of brown eyeshadows. I feel like just something you always need. So these two, recommend. So this next categories are more like the miscellaneous items, okay? So the first one I do want to mention is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is the best setting spray out there. If you want a setting spray to lock in your makeup where it doesn't move, where it doesn't crease, where it's just locked in for the day, this is so, so good. I think it's better than the Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. It is my favorite setting spray out there. I always have to have this. I have the mini version right now, but I'm definitely gonna go ahead and get the big one. It's already in my cart, all right? I need this one in my life. Now, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Liner. This one is in black, and I do have a cat eye today for you guys. But this is the best eyeliner out there. It is super matte, you guys. It is so black. It is so pigmented. And I love the applicator because it makes it super easy to make that wing line, if you know what I mean. So this is what it looks like. It is absolutely perfect. And I don't like any shimmer or shine in my eyeliners, okay? So if you want a straight up matte black liner, this one is for you. Now on the other side, we have the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. I have this one in the shade Big Truffle. And it's more of a brownie shade, okay? So they do have a black version, but I don't like that one because it has a little bit of shine in there. For some reason, this one is a little bit more matte, so I'm not sure what happened, but I'm not complaining because I love me a matte eyeliner, okay? But it's hard to find any liquid brown liners out there. I don't know why, but I love this one. I wish it was a little bit deeper in terms of like the tone of the brown. Let me show you guys what I mean. I wish it was more so of like a deep chocolate. I know my lights are blinding you guys, but it's still very beautiful and deep, but it's not as deep as I thought it would be, if that makes sense, okay? Nonetheless, it's still a very beautiful brown liner. Now for the brows, I have two products for you guys. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Dip in the brush version. I have it in dark brown, and this then is a lifesaver for me, you guys, because I don't have time to sit here and do my brows anymore. I'm just always in a rush. So with this, all I do is I go ahead, flick it throughout my brows, and then take my pencil and fill in a little bit of the areas that I miss, and then I'm out the door. This saves me so much time. The only thing I don't like is how fast it dries out, but nonetheless, you guys, this, I can't live without. Like, I need this every single time. And then, of course, to set my brows, I have been loving the Kosas Air Brow Gel. To me, it is the best brow gel out there. It makes my brows stay up all day. It doesn't feel crunchy. And then also, I really do love the spoolie they give you with this one because it is so small and perfect for your brows. I'm sure y'all can see this, but it is so small, as you can see, and it makes it super easy to target where you need, to set your brows. But my absolute favorite. I love it. And then the last makeup item I do want to mention is the Fenty Beauty Cream Gloss Bomb Cream in the shade Honey Waffles. The reason why I mentioned this one is because it's such a unique shade. It's an orangey terracotta lip gloss, and with a brown lip liner, y'all, this is everything, okay? So this is what it looks like swatched, for those wondering. Ooh, hope y'all can see. Probably not. Oh, I'm terrible today, y'all. Bear with me. I'm still trying to figure out my lighting at this new place, but nonetheless, you guys, it is so pretty. Let me get up close and show you guys what it looks like. Super, super pretty. So we're finally done with makeup and moving on to skincare. I have a couple favorites in here. So let me go ahead and grab these for you guys. So let's go ahead and start off with the serums because I've been loving The Ordinary, the brand. The Ordinary brand is so good, you guys, because number one, they're super affordable, like $10, $12, but a lot of their products do work, all right? So I've been loving these two. I love The Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%, vitamin and mineral blemish formula. This is something I use every single day on my skin. I literally wake up, put it on my skin, then at night after my skincare, I put it on again because this helps to control my oil production, number one, and then also helps with breakouts, things like that. And it just makes my skin like really plump, you guys. I have noticed a difference with this. I don't even use moisturizer anymore. This is all I use in replacement of that, but it's just so good. And this big bottle was like $12, y'all. Like, come on, like that's crazy. And then also I saw somebody on Instagram recommend The Ordinary Alpha Arbutin 2% plus HA serum. It has hyaluronic acids and it's also great for dark marks on the face. So I went ahead and got this recently and I have been loving this as well. It's a lot more moisturizing than this one, which is why I love it, but I use this day and night, and these two together has been making my skin just look really good, you guys. And they're so affordable. Like, even with the 20% or 15% that you get from Sephora, like this is nothing at this point once you go ahead and pay for it. But I love those two. And even though I don't use moisturizer anymore because I replaced it with those two serums, I recommend the Fenty Beauty Skin moisturizer. I don't see it on here, but I love this because it has sunscreen in it. Okay, I need me some sunscreen. So if I'm going out in the sun, things like that, I go ahead and apply this all over just to protect my skin and help, not further like any dark mark that I already have. This is really, really good. So I love it more so because of the sunscreen, but it's also a great moisturizer. Now, for actual toners, I love the Ren Clean Skincare Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic toner. This has AHAs in there, so it naturally exfoliates your skin. And I will say, you guys, I've been using this for such a long time, and the more you use it, your skin looks so clear, a lot more brighter, a lot more rejuvenated. I can't live without this. While I was building my cart, I saw in there that people were recommending the Ordinary toner, which that one kind of got my attention a little bit. So we'll see if I get that one. But for now, this one right here is my favorite, y'all, especially because it does have like the AHAs in there, which is really good for your skin. So the last two skincare items I have is the Saturday Skincare. This is their eye cream, and for some reason my eyes are super picky when it comes to a lot of eye creams. I realized a lot of eye creams out there, when I went ahead and applied it on my under eyes, I kind of just like woke up and then it would just be super gunky around my eyes. It was so gross, y'all. But I think because a lot of them I'm allergic to, this is the only one that hasn't irritated me. And y'all, this bottle lasts you a long time. I think I purchased this last year and it's almost a year at this point. So it does last you like a good amount of time. But yeah, it's great for sensitive eyes, things like that. Really recommend it. And I think it's pricey initially, but it does last you a long time if I haven't said that enough at this point. The last one I do have is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask for the lips. This is the best out there. I believe you pay about $20 for this, and a little bit goes a long way, you guys. And I'm telling you right now, it is cold outside, okay? We don't got time for chappy lips, okay? I'm telling you right now. So go ahead and get you this. They have so many different scents and flavors, things like that. And it just lasts you a long time for $20. So really recommend this one. So the last two items I have for this haul before I tell you guys what I am probably going to pick up is perfumes. I love perfumes, y'all. I already have more in my cart. But the first one is the Replica by the Fireplace Perfume. This one has my heart. It is my favorite perfume out there. I rave about it. Every single time I wear this, people are always asking me what I have on my body. And it's this perfume, okay, you guys? It smells so good. It gives you like that burnt firewood smell, but it still smells sweet because of the marshmallows in here. It is the perfect blend of a perfume. I wear it every single day. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and pick up by the Fireplace Coffee Break. That one smells so good, you guys. It smells like coffee, but it has like this sweet, like common smell. It's so good. The other one I want to mention is the Moschino Fresh Couture Perfume. This is perfect because number one, the packaging is everything. All right, the Windex bottle, I'm obsessed with it. All right. But then also with this as well, the reason why I love it is because it gives you that fresh smell, okay? Sometimes I don't want to wear like the bonfire throughout the day, especially in the morning. I need something fresh and just light on the body. So this one is my go-to, which is why I barely have any left. I just go ahead and spray this on my body, start my day, things like that. But this one for like the afternoon, like late nights type of, scent, this one is my go-to. So I was having a little bit of an internet issue. All right, so I finally got this up. But I only have 10 items in my cart, you guys. So the first one I do have is a You to the People Superfood Antioxidant Cleanser. I don't know how I forgot that one, but it's because I ran out. That's another one that I do recommend for you guys. It is my favorite cleanser out there, and I need to repurchase it, which is why I didn't show you guys. I forgot. But that's a really great cleanser. And then another one I forgot to mention to you guys as well, y'all, I'm terrible. It's the Fenty Skin Butter Drop Whipped Oil Hydrating Body Cream. That one is so good, y'all. Like, that one is really hydrating on the skin. It has a little bit of oil in there. It just makes your skin look wet, okay? Your legs, wherever you place it, it makes that area look so wet and just glisten. I love that. So that's another one I ran out of and I forgot to mention. But those two, y'all, go ahead and pick it up. So I also do have the Kosas Airbrow Tinted Clean Volumizing Eyebrow Gel. I love the Anastasia one, but that spoolie is a little bit too big sometimes and it dries out fast. So I kind of want to try the Kosas one because I love their clear brow gel, as you guys know. So I just want to see if that one will be good on my brows. And then I do have the LYS Beauty Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush. I have this one in this shade Inspire, and it's orangey. It looks good. I just feel like it's something that I really like. All right. Only a couple more in here. I have the Innisfree Pore Clearing Clay Mask. I got a sample of this the other time I went to Sephora, and it feels so good on the skin. And the big one, y'all, is only $15. Like, that's crazy. But I love the way it felt on the skin. It just felt super clean and squeaky once I took it off. So that's another one that I'm really excited to pick up. And then, of course, I do have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. That one you guys know I love. So I'm going to go ahead and get the bigger size. And then I see the Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For No Filter Mattifying Primer and Complexion Perfector. It just sounds good. So that's why I have it in my cart. But I don't know if I'm going to get that one for sure. We'll see. But I have the Mason Margiela Replica Coffee Break Perfume. You guys already know I told you this one smells so warm and cozy. I just know it's gonna smell good in the body, so I just want to pick this one up 100%. It's my little treat me gift, I'm guessing, for moving, so that'll be my excuse, I guess. I don't know. But it's super pricey. It's $135. And the last two is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick. I have the Super News Collection lipstick in the shade Catwalkin'. I'm not sure if that's a shade I'll actually pick up. I want to go in the store and see what they look like in person and swatch them, things like that, because I've been loving lipsticks lately just because they last all day. Okay, so Charlotte Tilbury, I know this one people rave about all the time, so I just want to try it out for myself and see what I think. And then the last one I have in here is the Patrick Star Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. I have the mini version because I'm not too sure yet if I want to pick it up. We'll see about this one. But that's the last one I have in my cart. So the total so far is $379. But when we use the 20% off, I feel like it'll be like $2 something. So we'll see if I get all of those. But I'll probably add more to my cart. Who knows at this point? But I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's my favorite time of the year. Let me know some items that are really nice that I should go ahead and look into and pick up. And I love you guys so much. I feel so happy to be back, if y'all can't tell. And make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.